Hey everybody, my name is Heather Finley. I thought today I would do a question and answer video for you guys. Yeah, let's just go into it. Let's see what all we have here. I'll first do the one that I got on Facebook. What is your favorite book / comic? Favorite book would probably have to be A Kind of Thief by Vivian Alcott. It's a book that I got in like 3rd or 4th grade through Scholastic, so kind of a random pick, but it's definitely like a suspense book that I always really loved. It had a whole element of this like witch in the wood myth too, so when I saw Blair Witch, like that totally fit with exactly what I was picturing that whole scenario in the book to be, so that was kind of interesting. So yeah, favorite comic book, I would have to go with Morning Glories. I have a Morning Glories tattoo. I absolutely love the intellectualism of that comic book. I think it's brilliant. I want Joe and Nick to continue it. Please, please. They're on a bit of a break right now. They just finished issue 50, but I'm begging for it to keep going. Make it happen. Alright, so let's see what we got over on Instagram for questions. Alright. First question, how long have you been cosplaying? I think 2010-ish might have been when I first started cosplaying. The first time I cosplayed was at Emerald City in Seattle. I did Aspen from Fathom. So yeah, a while now. And then before that I was also dressing up as comic book characters for Halloween and stuff. So definitely a little while. And then that same person asked, whoa, you write as well? Point me to where to find your stuff. If you search Heather Finley on like Comic Vine, it'll pull up all my stuff on there. I also have a page on Amazon, so that's an easy way to track it down. I believe that if you like go into a comic book store, if you have them order Zombie vs. Cheerleaders, you know, and look for ones that have the name Finley on them. Or they can order my Age of Darkness one, or they can order Executive Assistant, plus I'll have more new stuff out. So thanks for asking that question so I can tell people what all I write and where to go pick it up. Thanks for the advertisement. What are some of your inspirations for writing? What comics have inspired you the most? I would say comics that have inspired me the most would be Fathom, because that was kind of the first one that I picked up after college when I kind of started thinking about writing comics, so that one has a big influence on me. Speaking of Morning Glories, anything by Nick Spencer, I tend to pick up his stuff to kind of study writing-wise because I really like how he writes stuff, so that's been really influential on trying to make my own style. Same thing with things that Tim Seeley writes. I find him to be a very good writer, so try to emulate him a little bit, use it kind of like textbooks on these are examples of good writing, try to incorporate those concepts into your writing kind of thing. What are some of your inspirations for writing? Whatever the person who hired me to write something told me to write. I haven't self-published yet, so yeah, it's what I'm paid to do, story-wise. But it's always fun, and I've gotten to work on stuff that I love so much, so it's all good. What's your favorite color? Black. Black like my soul. If not that, blue probably, like teal blue, I really like. And someone else asking what you write, so I already answered that. Can I take you out to dinner? Nope, sorry. What is your favorite food? Spicy edamame or hummus. Such a vegetarian, it's ridiculous. Alright, let's see. Next question. Which comic book characters would be your top pick to write? Ooh, that's a good question. Or what comic book character? It's 3 characters, but it counts as one because they're only all together. That's the Stepford Cuckoos, which are Emma Frost's daughter. So I'd love to write Emma Frost too. So X-Men would be my dream comic to work on, and specifically those characters would be super fun because they're my favorites. Right, let's see what else. Make sure we have no new questions yet. Alright, here we go. What are all the tattoos that you have? I am not going to answer that because I'm going to make a separate video one of these days, like a tattoo tour going over, because I have a lot of them and I am currently working on getting another one. I've already had it drawn by the very, very talented artist Valentine Smith, and I'm just waiting to find an artist that I think is going to do a really good job on it and timing wise and everything. So yeah, after I get that, I will give a full tour one of these days. How long have you been cosplaying? I think I already answered that. 2010. What first got you into it? Honestly, I never even like questioned it. I was going to my first con and I was just like, ooh, I'm gonna dress up as Aspen from Fathom. So I just always thought that it was something that was part of the culture, so I wanted to do it, and I did. How do you pick what to cosplay? I go off of things that I love, favorites. That's why I do characters that sometimes people have no idea what they are, but that's okay. My next couple are going to be probably the most mainstream things I've ever done, which will be interesting. And yeah, I also have a couple that I'm doing with Ireland, like working off of stuff that she already has or some stuff we're working on together. So yeah, that's how I picked those ones coming up. Do you read manga? If so, which is your favorite? I don't really read manga. I need to read more. If you have suggestions for some, leave them for me. Maybe when Ireland's in town, I'll pick up some at Powell's. She can point me in the right direction. I think the only one I own is Pluto, which a friend told me to pick up and I liked. It's about an AI, so yeah, that's the only one I have. Next question. If you had to marry one of your neighbors, which one would it be? The one on the right or the one on the left, and why? Neither, because I don't think I have neighbors on one wall right now because there's construction workers in there, and this way I have married neighbors and I don't really want to be a polygamist, so nope, neither. I'll stay a single cat lady, and that's that. If the pearly gates exist, what would be the one thing you would want the man upstairs to say should you meet him? Well, if that world exists, I'm going to hell. Just kidding. If there is some ultimate being and I'm getting judged or whatnot, I would just like to know that I did not put a negative impact on the world. That was kind of a concept that I remember reading in the John Green book. Totally gonna space out on what the name of it was. The one that was about the kids with cancer, and one of the girls, she just tried to not do anything that negatively impacted the world. So you kind of leave the world with a clean slate or better than normal. So I like that concept, kind of working on that. So if there is some ultimate being at the end, hopefully they don't think that I made the world worse. And last question, unless any more roll up after I answer this one. So what's the craziest drunk thing you've ever done and then realized later that you shouldn't have done it? Right after I turned 21, I grabbed Matt Skiba's butt. Yeah, Matt Skiba is the singer of Alkaline Trio, which is one of my favorite bands. He was playing with his side group, Heavens, which I also super love. If you're into old school like goth music, they are definitely have that style down. It's really good. And now he's the guitarist in Blink-182. But yeah, I was drunk and I just groped him, and I shouldn't have, but he didn't kick me out of the venue, so I suppose all is good. It made for a great story. I regret nothing. Nothing. Yeah, so that's all the questions we got today. This was fun to do. It'd be fun to do these a little more often, maybe do it like live next time, and yeah, you guys think of some like silly questions. I don't understand why my thing keeps saying it's not recording anymore. So I think it got up till the end. Sorry if it cut something off. But yeah, that is it for today, and I'll be back. Subscribe, because Tuesday I post comic book recommendations videos. Coming up in the next month and a half or so, I have so much going on, so there's just going to be a slew of videos on traveling and stuff. I'll be at Rose City with Ireland. We're going to do something local that I'm not going to say yet, but the videos should be really funny, and hopefully we'll do some different little videos together. And then I'm off to England and Ireland, so I want to do vlogs there and do some fun like trying out local things. And then I'm home for just a few days, and then I'm off to New York City for New York Comic Con. And then right after that, it'll be down to Yukon down to Eugene for Yukon. So yeah, there's a lot coming up, so there's a lot of videos. So please subscribe, and I'll be back later with new ones.